If you could return, don't let it burn. I'm sure I'm not being rude, but it's just your attitude. It's tearing me apart. It's ruining everything. I swore I would be true. Well, honey, so did you. So why were you holding her hand? Is that the way we stand? We're lying all the time. Was it just a game to you? And I mean, that's Cranberries. And it's a song that is lodged in my fucking head since prison. Would you believe that? See, when I was in jail, I never fucking decorated my fucking cell or watched TV. But I did listen to music. And every time that song came on, I'd be sitting back and I'd be vibing, you know. For some reason, I don't know why. You know, it was like, if you could get by, trying not to lie, I'm sure things wouldn't be so confused and I wouldn't feel so used. I just love the fucking lyrics, you know what I mean? But it was lodged in my fucking head, but I didn't decorate myself fucking, you know, listen, watch movies or anything like that. But like I said, there's a handful of them that are fucking lodged in my head. But when you come out, you know, after doing several years inside, you hit rock bottom and your head's a fucking mess. And the thing is, everybody keeps their fucking distance from you. Everyone that's important will start keeping their fucking distance from you. And when you're down there, you're down there with other people that are down there. And I have to say, they're not the best of fucking people. You know what I mean? I have to come straight out and say it. But you have to start working on your fucking self to pull yourself out of that fucking hole, man. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing is, when you start pulling yourself out of that hole, people that are still negative, you know what I mean, are attracted to your life. So you start getting hit up, you know, by them. And you might fucking like them, but you know that what you're doing is constructive and what they're doing is destructive. And those two fucking energies don't align, you know what I mean? So it's not a matter of you liking them. You know, when you start working on yourself, you know, you naturally deviate away from people that are still in that destructive state. You know, it's similar to, like, if you're on a fucking like, analogy here, if you're on a construction site, right? You're not going to bring in, like, a demolition squad, you know, because one is there to build shit up and the other is there to knock shit down. So you naturally gravitate away from these fucking, these kind of people, you know what I mean? There's just two opposing fucking energies. But it's very funny how they become attracted to you, you know, for some reason. And they might not even fucking like you that much, you know what I mean? But when you're doing something positive, they reach out, you know what I mean? But you have nothing in common anymore, you know? And here's the thing about being rock bottom. When you're rock bottom and your fucking battery's dying, so I'm going to make this quick. When you're rock bottom, right, and your body's ravished, your mind is ravished, people act very fucking careless around you. You know, they do. And you might not see it, like, consciously at the time, but your subconscious is constantly taking notes. So when you go back on the build again, I'm not saying I'm there yet, but I'm on the build, constructive. All these subconscious things come into your conscious, you know, because your subconscious has been taking notes, and you see things from a different perspective. You get to see who was real and who was not, you know. So that's one thing that I take away from, come from rock bottom, coming out of prison, going on the fucking streets, working my way back up, going through all the mental fucking chaos. You get to see who's real and who's not.